Na?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT, 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abutan dito!
GG bro!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best-ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya? Subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi umuulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta. Yes! Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya? Subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan. Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT, 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abutan dito!
GG bro!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Konkreto, kahoy, bakal! Plastic, El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabangan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi umuulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta. Yes! Don't worry. The Unleash with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry. The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet. Get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
It might have taken quite a while, but finally they have managed to return. And of course, that wait is over because we get a chance to see them back in action once again. We're talking about these two teams from the UAAP bracket as they take on each other. A National University Bulldogs laban sa Salle University Green Archers. As we continue with more, it's starting PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup. Benji Santiago kasama ko, Randolph Leongson, and May Reyes will be joining us at courtside a little later on. Anyway, ang kanilang muling pagbabalik at ang ating muling pagkakataon na makita sila na maglalaro muli.
Halos isang buwan nating hinintay na maglaro muli ang NU at LaSalle, but they will face each other in our UAAP bracket, both wanting to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, baka nakakalimutan na nila dun sa ating team standings kung saan na nakapwesto itong dalawang teams. And of course, papakita natin yan sa inyo para ma-update kayo.
Yeah, the De La Salle Green Archers, the only undefeated team so far in the PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18 Preseason Cup. 2 wins. Obviously, their last game, we will discuss that later on. Meanwhile, NU, malaking panalo sa kanila after stumbling off the gates at 0-2, but finally they were able to get that win number 1 against UE.
Mahaba man yung panahon, sabi mo nga, halos isang buwan. At least galing sila sa panalo pareho, di ba? That's the only thing that's really working out pretty well for these two teams. Tingnan muna natin itong NU Bulldogs. The last time around that they were able to play here, they were able to come up with a victory laban sa UE Red Warriors.
Yeah, a big 72-67 victory para sa NU, pero pinakaba pa ng konti ng UE. Itong Bulldogs, lamang sila ng 16 pero hinabol ng konti. But in the end, the bench came through for Coach Jeff Napa and the Bulldogs.
Well, one player who really stood out for them was PJ Palacielo, who has managed to come up with some big numbers. Almost a double-double for him. He had 19 points, 9 rebounds, and also with 2 shot blocks. What can you say more about this PJ Palacielo?
Yeah, PJ Palacielo, despite playing undersized, has proven to be a dependable big para dito sa NU. As you see, almost a double-double in that last game. Basically outplaying even yung foreign student athlete nila si Omar John, and that's why he has earned the trust of the NU Brain Trust.
Well, let's see if he could also come up with the same amount of numbers to help them out with a win over this undefeated team, the De La Salle University. And of course, their last game was with their new age rival na UP.
Yeah, a rematch of the last 2 UAAP finals, but this time LaSalle coming out on top 106-99. That was a high-octane game that we covered, Benji. But in the end, one guy really took over, took charge, and said, I'm the captain now. And that's no other than Jacob Cortez.
So Jacob Cortez, 31 big points in that win over UP. And he was really aggressive in all ways possible, backed up by Kean Baclaan. Pero Jacob Cortez, can he come up with the same numbers?
Yeah, just a takeover mode for Jacob Cortez in that last game against UP. Iba rin talaga pag naramdaman mo yung motivation watching from the sidelines in that last UAAP finals. And now he's showing na ito yung wala sa Lasal. I'm ready to take charge ngayon. And magandang bagay, merong familiar face siyang mga kasama in today's game for Lasal.
Oh, a lot of surprises sa kanilang muling pagbabalik. And we're looking forward to finding out more about these two teams, lalo na itong De La Salle University. Can they continue with their winning ways? Can they still stay undefeated? That still points a lot of question. Anyway, punta naman tayo para dito sa ating matchup. So we're going to be taking a closer look at these two players. Of course, we're talking about Reinhard Homamoy para sa NU and Kean Baclaan para sa Lasal.
Talk about having strange bedfellows. Kean Baclaan facing off against his former alma mater. The Wonder Boy meets the Bulldogs for the first time in the seniors ranks. He will be taking on against yung dati niyang kapartner na si Reinhard Homamoy. Both stand out in the high school, but now on opposite sides.
Well, they're going to be telling us a different exciting story when this ball game starts. But we're pausing for a break, and we'll have that game for you in just a little while.
Yes! Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our main game here at the PlayTime Filoil Center in San Juan City. It's the NU Bulldogs versus the De La Salle Green Archers on the PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup, presented by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. It is now time to meet the starters. First, for the NU Bulldogs. Starting at forward number 25, Edmond De La Cruz. Also at forward number 20, Jake Figueroa. Playing center number 5, PJ Palacielo. To guard number 7, Paul Francisco. And at one guard number 13, Steve Nash Enriquez. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Jeff Napa. Here comes the starting 5 for the De La Salle Green Archers. Starting at center, number 22, Bright Tuanquo. Forward number 2, Boris Marasigan. Two guard number 1, JC Makalalag. Power forward number 21, Mason Amos. And one guard number 11, Jacob Cortez. The head coach for the Green Archers is Topex Robinson. Our game officials are crew chief Ray Yante, umpire 1 Harry Santos, and umpire 2 Dennis Escaros.
At ito yung mga starters natin para sa NU. Steve Nash Enriquez will start along with Paul Francisco, PJ Palacielo. Jake Figueroa is back, and Munmun de la Cruz. Para sa Lasal, they have Jacob Cortez, JC Bacalalag, Bright Tuanquo, Boris Marasigan, Mason Amos. Na-miss nyo ba sila? May 31 pa. Parang summer pa yata. Ngayon, tag-ulan na. No?
Mga 3 linggo lang namang nagpahinga. But obviously, NU going to... Actually, both teams went to Ormoc for the meantime. So, kumbaga, a return trip for them here in the Filoil. Obviously, both teams playing their 4th game. Again, remember, only 7 teams are competing in the UAAP bracket and only 6 games. So, yung habulan papunta dun sa top 4 spot, umiikting ng umiikting.
Most important thing is we get to see them in action once again, playing. And here we go. It has already started. This ball game, it's LaSalle getting the first possession. Mason Amos. A new look for Jacob Cortez.
Humaba yung buhok.
Again, bola pa rin ng LaSalle. Kanila pa din.
Yeah, 3 opportunities now.
Nice getaway, and finally, Boris Marasigan will be the guy to deliver the first basket for the Green Archers.
Yeah, that's going to be something to watch out for. If you're NU, you already allowed 2 offensive rebounds para sa LaSalle. And remember, NU is playing without Omar John in today's game. So it's going to be tough day in the office para PJ Palacielo and the rest of the bigs of NU.
Here comes the runner, and that was a miss. Boris Marasigan the rebound. And here comes Jacob Cortez, 31 big points in that previous game, against a very, very important opponent, the UP.
You know, ang magandang bagay doon, Benji, he did not deny that he was really motivated in that game. He really wanted to show UP that LaSalle was the better team. Meanwhile, Jake Figueroa, our first look for him in this preseason, has missed the first 3 games para dito sa NU. Would be a very big factor for NU's success.
Making a stop was NU. Steve Nash Enriquez lost it on the way up. And here comes LaSalle. Jacob Cortez. He decides for the pass. Long distance shot. Not connect Mason Amos. Bulldogs. Munmun. Francisco. 7 to shoot. It's going to be open. Jake Figueroa lets it fly offline.
That's the second time that Jake Figueroa has hit the 3 in the early goings of this game.
Ball movement for LaSalle, and now Jacob Cortez. Trying to go inside. Telegraphed. A steal. And you. Contra-tempo that time for Paul Francisco.
Yeah, but just basically faking out Mason Amos on that fast break, getting a little bit of a separation to put his team up by 3.
Tuanquo. 8 seconds to shoot here para sa LaSalle. Steve Nash will have his way in this lane.
That's the second time that Steve Nash Enriquez has deflected the ball this time, resulting to a steal. Very aggressive defense showing by the Bulldogs. Wow,
Steve
another
Dash,
steal.
yes. That was against Jacob Cortez. Figueroa continues to miss. Jacob Cortez on his way to the basket, decides with a dish underneath. Ball tapped out. Last touch. MU.
You see now, Kenshin Padrones checking in. Coach Jeff Nava acknowledging that he needs a little bit more size up front to battle itong front line ng Lasal, which features Bright Nuanquo and Mason Amos.
Only 2 points for LaSalle. Jumper is up for JC Makalalag. It's a rebound play, may foul against NU. Kenshin Patrones off the bench, picking up a foul right away. Jacob Cortez having a tough time to inbound that basketball. And they turn it over. Taking a look at Jello Santiago, will be seeing action off the bench to replace Paul Francisco. Has managed to make a basket already here in the first quarter. Mike Phillips also in the ball game. It's time for LaSalle. 7-2 NU. Steve Nash Enriquez. So far, he has been outplaying Tusa Jacob Cortez, at least here in the early goings of our first period. The kick. The three on its way. Jello Santiago to miss. Mike Phillips showing us his handles. Inside in a crowded situation, NU comes up with a loose ball. Steve Enriquez almost.
You gotta love the activity on defense.
He wants two free throws. He wants 2 free throws eh.
Ang kulit nila eh.
Si Boris Marasigan, siya lang ang umiskor so far para sa LaSalle. Will go to the bench. Halfway here in the first period. DJ Palacielo had nowhere to go. Pressure defense by Mike Phillips. 7-2 in favor of NU. We go into our first timeout.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Welcome back. Only 2 points to show for so far here in the first period for De La Salle University Green Archers. And a belated happy birthday to Coach Virgil Villavicencio. Saan tayo mamaya?
Nagpakain na yata sa likod eh habang nagtatrabaho tayo. But yeah, happy birthday to our chairman, Sir Virgil Villavicencio, who's been on top of the situation for the past month and change, overseeing the success of PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup.
Hindi kasi pakain ang inaabangan ko sa kanya. Kami na nagkakaintindihan ni Coach Virgil.
Alam mo na yun.
Another turnover that's coming off a timeout.
Yeah, that's the 5th turnover now for LaSalle. 4th steal of the game para sa NU.
being aggressive in everything. PJ Palacielo gets himself on the board.
Yeah, that's the dangers if you are Mike Phillips. You're too jumpy. Kumbaga, ang daling kumagat sa mga fake out, and PJ Palacielo just getting the better of him. 2 points to his name.
PJ up and down, floats one up. Nope. Still stuck with only 2 points. The Green Archers. Steve Nash trying to shake off Jacob Cortez. Figueroa. Shot clock down to 8 for NU.
Steve Nash wants it. He's open.
Mike Phillips grabbing that rebound. And finally, another basket and Kean Baclaan.
Again, you cannot leave that guy open, Kean Baclaan. As we've known in his last stint for NU and how he's been playing for LaSalle, he's just a dead shot shooter. The NU players should know better not to leave Kean open.
Only the second basket for LaSalle here in the first period. Angelo Santiago, nice cut. And his first attempt, and it's good. 11-5. Para sa NU Bulldogs. Jacob Cortez. Mike Phillips off the bench. Banks it in.
And that was just a nice connection between Jacob Cortez and Mike Phillips. Well executed pick and roll play. A nice cut to the basket para kay Mike Phillips.
Jacob Cortez parang ayaw tumira.
Oh.
He's just basically trying to share the basketball with his teammates. Look at a 4-point game. Steve Nash lets it fly. Nope. And Mike Phillips grabbing another rebound. He's their leading rebounder, averaging 10.5 per ball game. Look at Kean Baclaan with a handle behind the back and everything.
He's just too crafty when he has the basketball, basically a wizard.
Let's take a look at this three-pointer of the quarter brought to us by Jangnan Hatpat Ba. Jangnan na Kean Baclaan off the bench, instantly making an impact.
Ito na yung binabanggit ko, Benji. Mikey Cortez checking in. The younger brother nitong si Jacob Cortez checking in for the first time, seeing action. Actually also on the bench para sa LaSalle, CJ Amos, the brother of Mason Amos. So dalawang set ng magkapatid ang nasa lineup ni Coach Topex Robinson ngayon.
Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Kean Baclaan at the line.
So instant offense for Kean Baclaan provided for LaSalle. 5 points now, pagpasok pa lang.
And all of a sudden, this is just a 2-point game as we approach the 2-minute mark. I think first period. Opportunity to tie or maybe take the lead. Stuck for several minutes, only 2 points. And look at where they are at right now. Mike Phillips. Shot clock down to 7. Time to make a move. Lost the basketball. It stays with them with 4 on the clock.
You know, despite the turnover story, LaSalle still in this game in the early goings because of their rebounding. They're basically +5 on the rebounding against NU. Oh.
Bailed out. I heard the buzzer.
Yeah, but the foul is committed on the act of shooting. So this is 3 free throws for Kean Baclaan and a chance to put LaSalle ahead.
Angelo Santiago committing that foul. Kean Baclaan now has got 7. He's got 2 more free throws. He missed on the second. Time down to 1 minute and 24 here in the first quarter. 2 of 3. Tabla tayo, 11. Francisco returns to replace Chelo Santiago.
The first taste of action also for Reynard Humamoy.
And also Cholo Manansala is able to save that ball. Here's Humamoy. Mike Phillips on him. Shot clock down to 5. Reynard, where does he go to?
Yeah, they failed to find the mismatch there, which was Jolo Navarro and Kean Baclaan.
And one play here for LaSalle. They are now on top. Fast break of the game brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. EJ Abadam, one of their top scorers, averaging 9 points per ball game.
Really taking advantage of this preseason to gain that confidence as he emerges as one of their other options when it comes to scoring the basketball.
Francisco airballs a long distance shot. Ball stays with NU.
Jedrick Solomon also in for NU. Grabe rin yung balasahan talaga ng power nito dalawang teams.
5 to shoot for NU. Air ball. Yun lang. Air ball eh. Tumama ba? Kahit bahagya?
They will argue it, but
that's what they're contesting.
That was a close one. That might have grazed the net. I don't know much about the ring, but the referees are ruling it. And it seems like Coach Jeff won't even challenge it as much as he's arguing. Again, only one challenge per game.
First quarter pa lang tayo.
Kumaga, is that really a battle you'd be willing to wage in the early goings?
Kean Baclaan with a basketball. Little hesitation move. The banking shot from Kean Baclaan. And having the final say to end the first 10 minutes. It was kind of a struggle as they returned to action here. Laban sa NU. NU was having their way off to a real good start. Stuck for 2 points, only several minutes that have lapsed in the first period. But slowly and surely, Kean Baclaan is trying to lead the way, getting aggressive. 16-11 para sa Salle University.
Palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Back inside the PlayTime Filoil Center. 3 weeks off here in the Filoil Preseason Cup, but multiple tournaments played in the provinces. That goes for both of our teams today in the NU Bulldogs and the Green Archers. Also met last week in Ormoc Leyte, but are now meeting for battle yet again. And you know, I talked to PJ Palasiello earlier before the game. He told me their team revelations coming from their match against LaSalle back then. He told me their tendencies to play individually and habits that affect them mentally. And also, unfortunately, missing the services of Omar John, who is injured. PJ said they'll play as an all-Filipino team today. And so let's see if they fix those bad habits in time for our match at hand. But for now, over to you, Benji and Dolph.
Di naman sila pala nagpahinga eh.
Hindi nga, yeah. But, you know, that's really the beauty of the preseason or off-season, regardless what you want to call it. an opportunity for you to meet the same teams that you're gonna face, because you want to make you don't want to make mistakes, obviously, but you want to commit them now so that they can be learning, sabi mo nga, learning experience para come UAAP season 88, yung seryosohan na talaga. Well, seryoso rin naman sila dito, pero the wins that matter will be coming para the season, and they want to fine-tune and get those learnings already ngayon pa lang.
Minsan na nakakatawa, no? Ang layo na ng pinuntahan mo, pagdating mo ron, kayo pa rin.
Sila pa rin.
16-11. Welcome to the second quarter. In Benji Santiago, Randolph Leongson, May Reyes at courtside. Still was May 31 when they last played. Dito sa ating venue, PlayTime Filoil Center here in San Juan. Steve Nash gets double teamed. They try to go inside, play broken up.
30 seconds on the shot clock. 30 seconds.
Heard it right, 3 seconds on the shot clock for NU. The floater bitin. Kean Baclaan, a rebound, a pass.
That's just a nice touchdown pass. Andre Dungo just leaking out for that fast break opportunity, and all of a sudden, lamang na ng pito ang Lasal.
It's getting to be tough right now for NU. Who can they really go to? Forced to take it from the outside. And a miss. Jake Figueroa. Steve Nash, Enriquez, that is. Baseline, and Mike Phillips grabbing another rebound. He's got 5 rebounds. Kean Baclaan making things happen. Can find his teammates. And ABC fast break of the game brought to us, of course, by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Timeout on the floor, 2011 for DLSU.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Kean Baclaan coming off the bench. Ayaw tumira ni Mike Cortez kanina. Minus 1, sabi ni Kean Baclaan, ako magtitira ako rito, pero papasa din ako.
Yeah, parang give and take lang yan. Again, we know how good both of those guards are for Lasal. Obviously, Jacob coming from San Beda, NU naman galing si Kean Baclaan, and that's just a massive get for them as they start this new chapter.
Bagay siguro sasabihin ni Jacob Cortez at Kean Baclaan, mas familiar ka naman dyan eh. Jake Figueroa has got 5 doing that reverse. Tumagal bago na sundan yung 11 points nila as Mike Phillips trying to get closer to the basket.
Also the first attempt for Jake Figueroa inside the arc. He's been trying his best from 3, only converting 1.
It's a shot that won't go that time for EJ Abadam.
Also worth to note, Mark Parks, the younger brother of Bobby Ray Parks, checking in. Also, Rael Melencio coming in for Lasal. So it seems like both teams are going to use the full extent of their 16-man lineup in today's game.
Why not? Tagal na wala eh. Everybody gets a chance to play. Give them the minutes. Jake Figueroa can't finish.
But that's more like it. If you're Jake Figueroa, you love to see him attack the basketball, be aggressive. Because alam natin, magandang bagay if you can develop your three-pointer. But one way to jumpstart your offense back is to attack the basketball, draw those fouls, and gain your confidence by shooting these free throws.
At the line to shoot 2 free throws. Making the first 6 points so far. 7 minutes and 26. 6-point deficit. They're trying to cut down here in the second quarter. Tsaka hindi mo masisi si Jake Figueroa. Gigil din yan. Daming na-miss na laro.
Parang naghahabol ka.
Kaya nga. 2015 para sa DLSU. Oh, quick hands, Steve Nash.
That's steal number 4 now for Steve Nash Enriquez.
Jake Figueroa attacks. Gets fouled. Wrong place at the wrong time for Jacob Cortez. Oh, si Mike Phillips ang tinawagan. That's only number 1 at Mike Phillips. Mikey Cortez, he had the time to play.
Wow.
Oh! They still had the basketball.
Nice effort there by
Yes.
Nato Labut.
And you will still have possession. Mason Amos lost control of the basketball.
Binabanggit natin yung gigil, Benji. Nabanggit ni May kanina yung laban nila sa Ormoc. LaSalle won that one. So, in a way, gusto rin bumawi talaga ng NU in LaSalle. At least here in the PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.
Gawin na nating serye. Lakas ka na from Ormoc. So LaSalle took the win. Here NU is trailing by 5 here in the second period. NU managing to still have the basketball on their side of the court. Steve Nash. The kick is going to be big.
What about
Another
the
offensive rebound?
What about the effort?
Yun lang. It was a challenge. Hard foul.
Gusto umulit ni Nato Labut ng Black Rail Melencio eh.
It's a shooting foul.
NU has to watch it. That was their third team foul as Mac Alfanta, another rookie, checking in para dito kay Coach Jeff Napa.
Free throws again brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Melencio getting his first free throw to go down. Two for two. Back to another 7-point advantage for DLSU. Steve Nash. And BJ Balacielo missing with that outside shot. Stuck with only 2 points.
That's 1 of 13 now from downtown pagdating dito sa NU.
Melencio, Cortez, Amos, Phillips.
And CJ Amos, yeah.
Dalawang Amos, yes. Dalawa rin yung Cortez eh.
Tingnan natin kung magsasabay mamaya.
Why not? Jacob Cortez. And I do believe that's his first attempt, and that's his first 2 points in the ball game.
Yeah, getting the better of Mac Alfanta, who tried his best to stand his ground. Pero Jacob Cortez just too crafty, extending this lead of LaSalle now to 9 points.
He was contented with just basically sharing the basketball, doing those passes. When he started this ball game for DLSU back in the first period, time to score for Jacob Cortez. So still that record holds. And that's a three-pointer by Steve Nash Enriquez. 31 points for a single player in a ball game.
The highest output so far in the preseason. Meanwhile, I can make an argument that the 5 steals of Steve Nash Enriquez in this game is already the season high.
Yun ang hindi masolve ng DLSU si Steve Nash Enriquez. (24-18) para sa DLSU. Jacob Cortez. Nice looking jumper right there. And AJ Amadam has got 7 points here in the first half. Steve Nash. Jake Figueroa. Strong drive to the basket.
9 points now for Jake Figueroa. Is showing more aggression in attacking the basketball. Should come in handy para sa NU. Wow!
Ankle breaker move. But Jacob Cortez cannot knock down that mid-range. Well, ito naman. It's while Milencio. Ako na lang. Mas malapit. Mas sure. And then forcing a turnover on NU.
And Jacob Cortez, minamama yung rookie na si Mac Alfanta. That's the second, actually the third time that Jacob has got the better of Mac.
It's like showing him the ropes in this ball game. Later na tayo mag-eksperimento, sabi ni Coach Jeff Napa.
No, but again, those are growing pains for these rookies.
Totoo.
You have to size up the competition no matter if kapwa rookie mo o mas veterano sa'yo o super senior na kayo. Because you have to, in a way, match them, especially against a team like LaSalle that you want to take them out of their pedestal.
Mason Amos with his first three-pointer off the inbound. That was a quick play. Up double figures like now on DLSU. Jake Figueroa. 8 seconds to shoot. Jacob Cortez coming into the picture, break up the play. Steve Nash Enriquez happening again for NU. Steal. Up with a steal.
Steal number 6 now for Steve Nash.
Jake Figueroa is in double figures with 11. NU down by 9. They have the basketball once again. Steve Nash earlier had a 3, could not follow it up with another. They managed to get an offensive rebound. Has not been happening for Jake Figueroa, those outside shots.
Yeah, only 2 of 15 from downtown. Sorry, 2 of 16 for downtown. Para dito sa NU.
Penalty na ang LaSalle. Still with 2 minutes and 34 here in the first half.
Also worth mentioning here, Benji, that guy number 9, Vince Reyes, another first-year player para dito sa NU Bulldogs. Batchmate actually ni Tebol Garcia with the Adamson Baby Falcons, now getting a chance in the Team A nitong NU Bulldogs for Coach Jeff Napa.
Split charities for Jola Manansala. DLSU basketball. Lead by 8, 31-23. Last foul at NU. Jacob Cortez driving the kick. Again, that ball movement for DLSU. Who's got the basketball? NU, PJ Palacielo. Approaching 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Jake Figueroa. That was a hard foul. They will review.
It's going to be crucial because we know how much NU needs manpower. Remember, sa report nga ni May, they're playing all Filipino without Omar John in this game. So every man counts, every person counts for them in this battle against La Salle. But let's take a closer look at what happened there. Ooh. That was an elbow straight to the face of Jake Figueroa.
Kanino ba tinawag yung foul?
Yeah,
JC? Makalalag muna? Because he was holding.
Yeah.
Diba?
And help defense lang si Mike Phillips.
Kaya nga eh. Jake Figueroa is down. Medical personnel attending to him.
Oh, it seems like there's blood on the floor. Scary moments now for NU, especially for Jake Figueroa. Has been kakabalik lang nito, Benji.
Yun eh. I was just about to say that, and no wonder he's really being aggressive.
Obviously, that was an inadvertent hit from Mike Phillips. No one really wanted that.
So what's going to be the call here? Unsportsmanlike.
Mike Phillips is second.
Well, yeah, again, remember, FIBA rules, it's never about the intent, but always about the action. Obviously, Mike Phillips didn't really mean to, in a way, bump Jake Figueroa and elbow him in the head, but yun yung naging action, especially may blood na involved. So it also factors into the decision-making of the referees.
Now the situation is this, the whole question. So if Jake Figueroa cannot actually shoot the free throws.
Yeah, he cannot return. But first and foremost, what we're really hoping for is for the welfare of Jake Figueroa. That was a nasty cut on the head. Tingnan natin pa. I think May will get to the dugout to give us an insight on what really happened. But that was scary.
I think that's also bad. They could not return to the action. I don't know, especially yung extent din, ano? Nung cut na yun. Chelo Santiago missing on the second.
Also,
bola ng NU.
Also, Benji, that's another man down for the Bulldogs.
Wala pang Tebol Garcia.
Oh, walang
diba?
Tebol, walang Omar John for them. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on the guys like this guy, Steve Nash Enriquez, Jolo Manansala, to step up without Jake Figueroa.
Jolo Manansala trying to get closer. Steve Nash against Jacob Cortez. Puts it up. Got a wild with that shot. Jacob Cortez, wait.
And it seems like PJ Palacielo also got hit. He was wincing in pain on the baseline. And Coach Jeff Napa is just livid.
It was right in front of one of our officials already.
Technical foul on NU Bulldogs head coach Jeff Napa for using profane language.
Technical on Coach Jeff Napa for using profane language. Might as well take a look at what happened.
Oh, so basically, Mike Phillips bumped on Jello Santiago, which led to him bumping to PJ Palacielo. But basically, what Coach Jeff is arguing na tinulak yung player ko kaya tumama sa player, kaya sinigbanggaan eh.
Okay naman to PJ Palacielo. It's just that Coach Jeff Napa was called for the technical, and LaSalle will be shooting a technical free throw.
Yeah, obviously Coach Jeff feeling that Mike Phillips should have been merited with another foul for his bump on Jello Santiago there.
Technical free throw for Mason Amos.
So Mason Amos will shoot the technical free throw, which he makes.
Again, who says it's just the preseason, Benji?
I know. I gotta lower their expectation a little.
No, but really, if you're coaches, you always want your players to play at their best, play at 100%, no matter if it's the preseason or the season proper. Iba pa rin yung school pride na dala-dala mo, and really, the most important thing is you want to get the victory.
About that jump hook from Mike Phillips, giving them back a double-figure lead once again. 79 seconds to play here in the first half. Steve Nash Enriquez firing and gets it to go down. 7 points for him.
Really nice to see Steve Nash hitting those perimeter shots. Ooh.
Shadow minadali yung pasa. Steve Nash wasn't ready for it yet. 55.8 seconds, 34-26. We have a timeout.
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabangan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Welcome back, Mike Phillips and DLSU. They lead by 8:34-26. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. Casualty, Jake Figueroa might not be able to return to this ball game anymore. So here, Jello Santiago going to Steve Nash Enriquez. Down by 8, Steve Nash. Mike Phillips bothering his shot.
Penalty situation now for the Green Archers. That's on Boris Marasigan. So an opportunity for the Bulldogs to slowly inch their way closer just before the halftime break, as Padrones has these 2 free throws.
It's not scored yet. Kenshin Padrones missing on the first free throw.
Actually, tinitingnan ko rin, wala. I think pinabalik na rin muna si PJ Palacielo sa dugout ng NU. Let's see if he can return in this ball game.
Padrones missing on both free throws. DLSU. Jacob Cortez. Only 2 points so far, but he's got 3 assists. Steve Nash almost stealing the ball out of the hands of Jacob Cortez, and Jacob Cortez instead hitting a 3-pointer. It hasn't been easy for Jacob Cortez here in the first half because Steve Nash Enriquez is really making it tough for him. Momentarily open look, taking advantage of it. We go into another timeout.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
Welcome back to 37-26 with 3.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. So we take a look at Mike Cortez in the house.
Yeah, well, curious.
Pati yung katabi niya, kilala ko rin.
Si
Coach Willie Chan.
Yeah, but obviously Mike Cortez, a curious observer of this game today. First time that he will be watching both of his sons playing together in one team. Obviously, Jacob Cortez making a good account of himself. Meanwhile, Mikey Cortez got his minutes.
Steve Nash with that heave from half court. And we had the first 2 quarters of play here with DLSU having a double-digit lead, 37-26. Some tough breaks going the way of NU. They already lost this guy, Jake Figueroa. Got to the part of his face. And Jacob Cortez slowly but surely trying to pick up on his offense after that 31-point output in the previous.
GG, bro! Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
Poxy. Palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi umulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data.
Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abot ang data. GG bro! Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy. Palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi umulan.
Di mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry. Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ang playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
37-26, we are at the half. It's DLSU Green Archers leading NU Bulldogs. Benji Santiago, Randolph Leongson, and May Reyes at courtside. Yung mga numbers natin dito that happened in the first two quarters, Randolph.
Yeah, NU just firing blanks from 3-point, shooting 17 attempts against just 8 for LaSalle. Ang magandang bagay dyan, yung steals, 8 steals, 6 dyan ang galing sa isang Steve Nash Enriquez. Pero the bench lift for LaSalle making the biggest difference, 26-4. That's a plus 22 in favor of the green side.
Well, ito yung mga nag-lead. Of course, sad para kay Jake Figueroa. The only guy in double figures after 2 quarters, but he got hurt. Kean Baclaan coming off the bench with 9 points. EJ Abadam with 7. Jacob Cortez with 5. Mason Amos with 4. And dito naman sa side, Steve Enriquez coming up with 7 points. Chelo Santiago only 3. Palacielo, we know he could come up with bigger numbers than just 2 points. And Paul Francisco also with 2 points. Reynaldo Mamoy, limited minutes back in the first half, wasn't able to contribute anything against Kean Baclaan na talaga naman natin alam the way he would perform as soon as he gets himself on the floor. 9-1 and 2 for him.
Simula pa lang nag-iinit na si Kean Baclaan, making his first 3-pointer, and he continued to do so. Basically, helping that bench lift para sa LaSalle. So, but for NU, on the other hand, napag-usapan natin, baka wala ng Jake Figueroa pagdating ng second half. More help is needed by the Bulldogs.
Well, in fairness naman, para kay Reynaldo Mamoy, he only played 2 minutes and 18 seconds in the first half. We'll see what the adjustment for NU. Biglang nagkaroon pa ng mga casualty. Even PJ Palacielo most probably bothered. He also got hurt in a sequence back in the first half. So ito, tingnan naman natin dito. Si Bright Noan ko nga, nagsimula tapos wala na.
Well, really, just the depth of this LaSalle team. Obviously, Mike Phillips getting the majority of the minutes. Pero scattered yan eh. Obviously, Mason Amos getting his minutes there. Hindi pa nga nagagamit si Luis Pablo.
Oo, tama.
Or actually,
nandyan nga ba?
Actually, even LeBron James Diab is in street clothes for this game. So, and yun lang din talaga eh, yung lalim, yung depth nitong LaSalle being flaunted in today's game.
DLSU still undefeated so far in their campaign. And the gap between mate 31 up to this date for these two teams to see action. We're glad that they're back.
Ayan na, magkasabay na yung dalawang set ng magkapatid ng LaSalle to start our third.
So it's a family affair, huh? And the cool cat himself, of course, present dito sa ating venue here in San Juan. As Jacob Cortez, muntik pang mawala. Oh! Wala bang call yun?
Yeah, they will honor that to Jacob Cortez. The ball was already in the cylinder.
39-26. No reaction naman from NU, so okay lang yun.
So
Ako lang yata nagulat.
We were kind of thinking if it's going to be a basket interference or offensive interference. But again, going back to the 5 on the floor para dito sa LaSalle. Dalawang set na magkapatid, ang kasama nilang panlima eh yung dating may kasamang kapatid na si Mike Phillips.
Lalo si Ben Phillips.
So
39-26. Jolo Manansala, I do believe that's his first field goal.
Yeah, 3 points to the name of Jolo Manansala. He needs more activity on the floor to mount this comeback for the Jokson side.
Jacob Cortez, Mike Phillips hindi makabuelo. Wow. At doon na, sa gitna ng court si Coach Topex.
Technical foul on Venezuela Greenarchers head coach Thomas Robinson for entering the court.
Basically, LaSalle is arguing that a foul should have been called on Munmun de la Cruz for stopping yung cut dapat ni Mike Phillips papunta sa basket, but that was left uncalled by the referees.
His technical free throw, let's see here.
May konting balikat na iniwan. That's why hindi rin naka-lift off si Mike Phillips.
Hindi ba pwede rito yung mga marginal contact?
Technical free throw for Steve Enriquez.
Very animated crowd we're having here.
And not only that, ang dami din nangyayari sa court.
Yeah. Kaya tayo hirap maka-keep up sa nangyayari.
I know. So we continue. Palacielo, Francisco, Manansala, Enriquez, and Del Cruz para sa NU Bulldogs on the floor. Mason Amos, surprise with a whistle.
Number 21, Mason Amos. Technical foul on number 21, Mason Amos for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Unsportsmanlike behavior.
Second foul on Mason Amos.
So that's 3 team fouls now for LaSalle.
Technical free throw for Paul Francisco.
Okay. Baby Mason Amos, I won't smile anymore. Oh, what a ball game that's turning out to be. 39-29. Lamang ang DLSU. Bola ng NU. Steve Nash Enriquez. Nice drop. PJ Palacielo only with his second basket. Antolabut was responsible for that assist. CJ Amos, Jacob Cortez, Mason Amos, Mike Phillips para sa NU. Para sa DLSU, sorry. Pati ako nalilito na.
Ang dami nangyayari.
I know.
Oh yeah, Jacob Cortez wanting to settle things down, make something happen for LaSalle as he drew the foul and made that first free throw.
8 points so far for Jacob Cortez. And 3 assists. Taking care of those free throws. 41-31. So trying to put a stronghold in this double-digit lead. They have enjoyed several times to be back in the first half. PJ Palacielo overshoots. CJ Amos is going to be called for the foul.
So the Amos brothers both with 3 personal fouls. And that was the 4th team foul now for LaSalle with 7:50 remaining.
DLSU right now. They lead by 10. Jacob Cortez on a move, slashing his way to the basket.
He never fears contact. He initiates it and was rewarded with 2 points there.
Good stop right there. Not Tulabot, not exactly knowing where he was going. This was an earlier play for Jacob Cortez. Ibig sabi nila yung sa pusa, basta nailusot yung ulo, lusot na lahat eh.
Makakalaan ka na.
43-31. Steve Dash Enriquez missing on that three-pointer. Jacob Cortez ends up with the basketball. Throws a long pass. Sakto lang yun. His name is fouled hard by PJ Palacielo.
4 NU players were crowding Mason Amos. That's not even that strong of a pass.
Was able to get a good catch.
Pinalobo pa nga ni Jacob eh.
Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Mason Amos. 44-31 para sa DLSU. Outside shot, they needed something like that to happen. Mark Parks with his first basket. Another whistle blown. Di magtuloy-tuloy itong laro na to. Angelo Santiago. Well, we sure have waited quite a while before the return to the action here. A lot of things, strange things have happened in here in this ball game.
One review on sportsmanlike foul on number 11, Jacob Cortez.
Now on that sportsmanlike
That's his
foul on
first
Jacob
foul.
Cortez. Boom.
I think I saw the second motion.
Against Chelo Santiago. 2 shots plus ball possession.
So the thing now is NU can manufacture points with the time not moving, as La Salle is in penalty situation with 6:24 to play. And ang masakit dito para sa Green Archers is this is an unsportsmanlike foul. Possession stays with them.
Let's check in with May Reyes.
After 2 unfortunate incidents for the NU Bulldogs, PJ Palacielo, who got hit on the lip earlier, is now back on the hard court for our second half. Jake Figueroa, on the other hand, will most likely stay out for the rest of the game. Given he sustained a hit on the middle part of the forehead, the team's priority involves resting Jake for now. Definitely an intense matchup between these two teams with a lot of drama going on. And even before the game, Mike Phillips told me napakahirap kalaban ng NU, and every time they meet on the court, it's always a tight game. And while Mike said it's harder to beat the same team twice, let's see if the Bulldogs manage to bite back from here on out. Now back to you, Benji and Dolph.
Of course, yung binabanggit nga ni May, that dates back to the Ormoc encounter, eh, no?
And actually, even last season, remember how tight those games were for La Salle and NU. Everything has been intense. And again, going back to Jake Figueroa, yung tama yata sa meno, that would really require stitches. Definitely for them.
Just when he has actually set himself up to be able to be back strong.
Is on Jacob Cortez. Therefore,
wow.
Jacob Cortez has been disqualified from this game due to the combination of unsportsmanlike foul and technical foul.
So they corrected the call. They said that the technical foul that we initially thought was on Mason Amos for basically smiling was on Jacob.
Ganun ba? Kaya pala nagulat din si Mason Amos,
so
diba?
that was what they were clarifying. So that compound that with the unsportsmanlike call on Jacob. So Jacob is done for the night.
An unspot and a technical. And is being ejected here in this ball game. For a lot of the LaSalle followers, they were expecting if Jacob Cortez could come up with monster numbers again after his 31-point output in a single game. And that was against UP last March, 31. Still have 6 minutes and 24 here in the third, and Jacob Cortez is gone. There's still one Cortez on the bench for LaSalle, Mikey Cortez. Well, the dad, Mike Cortez, of course, I don't know what's he thinking right now. Told you stranger things have happened here in this ball game, and it still continues. Coach Topix may technical din yan kanina.
Coach Jeff also has a technical for NU. So the officials just sorting things out.
They need to explain it to the two coaches.
Yeah, because Coach Topix Robinson has yet to field a replacement for Jacob Cortez. Seems like Kean Baclaan is ready to check in. But again, Jacob Cortez, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists before hitting the showers early on.
All right, so we resume. It's an open look for a three, knocking it down. And Natulabut, long
yeah, that's just a long two. Natulabut's toes was stepping on the line, but slowly but surely, NU is roaring back, down by just 6 points.
Mason Amos with a quick turn, trying to go board with that shot. Natulabut na natawagan ng foul. So Mason Amos, okay, pwede ka pang umiti, okay lang, hindi pala sa'yo yun eh. That was called an unsportsmanlike behavior, you know?
The thing is, I hope they have clarified that technical foul called earlier, because even the Coliseum Barker thought that it was on Mason Amos.
Sabi ni Mason Amos, that's a load off my shoulders right now and my chest.
Kakahinga siya ng konti.
Kaya nga, making those 2 free throws.
Not that he wants to pick up a technical.
8-point lead. Mark Parks. Mark Parks, 3 to shoot.
Yeah, bobbled that on the way up.
And you getting another possession. Still, Leonardo Mamo is struggling here in this ball game. Still is yet to make a basket. Kean Baclaan. Shot clock down to 7 for DLSU. Jello. It's going to be a charge. Tell the referees whatever he thinks about that call. Basta nabenta na eh. No return, no exchange.
May contact din naman kasi.
Meron talaga. Kean Baclaan inside Mike Phillips. Shot clock is down to 5 right now. Nawala. Mike Phillips picks it up. Attacking. And finding a way.
Some color building down low.
Leonardo Mam.
Nakaupo.
Kaya nga.
Yeah, but that was a nice bailout for LaSalle. That soft touch by Mike Phillips. Just taking advantage dun sa late coverage nito si Kenshin Padrones. Getting that 2 points down.
Yun lang nga sabi ni Andre Tungo kay Reynaldo Mamoy. Hindi ako yung bench.
And you know, I was about to mention really the prior possession, Kenshin Padrones, alam mo yung term natin, Benji, na inaasawa si Mike Phillips. He's not even looking to box out. He's just keeping tabs on where Mike Phillips is on the floor. And sa next possession, when they made the switch, doon nakakuha ng breathing room si Mike Phillips to attack to that basket.
Ito namang NU trying to capitalize on the situation, the penalty situation at De La Salle University. 48-40 is our count. Oh, that's going to be a charge. That's pretty obvious. Kean Baclaan forcing the issue. Same nature of foul that was called earlier on Jello Santiago ng NU. It's Jello right now, goes cross court. Jello with a crossover. Trying to go inside. Turn, falls short. Mike Phillips taking care of the rebound. Kean Baclaan with a quick pass. Kean Baclaan gets it back, fires the three. Ends up over the backboard.
Much deserved rest for Mike Phillips. It has been a very eventful third quarter, Benji.
6.6 rebounds, 2 assists for Mike Phillips. Kean Baclaan. Pinapakialaman yung play. Ayun na nga, nagkaloko-loko na for NU. Reynaldo Mamoy.
They've been trying their best from distance, but they haven't had much success. Talking about NU.
Mamoy from long distance, still nothing. 3 of 21 from long distance for the Bulldogs. Cholo for Jello para sa NU. 48-40. DLSU.
Oh.
Boris Marasigat, right one was back. Kean Baclaan getting that layup. And the foul. It counts. And one.
And that's just the quickness, the speed of one Kean Baclaan fooling Mark Parks on the break. Quick trigger on the drive. You see that nice pass from Bright Nuaco, almost lost his grip. Pero nakauna and extended for that layup. 2 more points, balik sa 10 lamang ng LaSalle.
A couple of players trying to make a stop on that shot by Kean Baclaan. It results into this. Double figures coming off the bench. Completes a three-point play, making it an 11-point lead for DLSU. EJ Abadan returns to the bench. JC Baclaan in his place on the floor. Joloman and Salle. Reynard Dumamoy still scoreless. Floats one up finally.
Should be big to the morale of Reynard Dumamoy just to see that ball go through the hoop.
Kean Baclaan, look at him go!
It's just too slick, getting away and evading the defense of Paul Francisco. This is the second time that he's done that for LaSalle. Iniwan lang din talaga.
Kaya nga eh. Joloman and Salle gets it to go. Plus the foul.
Again, talk about much needed basket for Joloman and Salle and NU. He's been silent, especially without Jake Figueroa in this game. We need to see more touches for Joloman and Salle, be more bullish in attacking whoever those frontline players of LaSalle is. But more importantly, Benji, etong free throws importante para sa NU if they want to make headways going to the fourth.
Joloman and Salle missing. Kean Baclaan, where does he go to? Go inside, Bright Nwankwo. Turns. They almost lost it. Opportunity, Paul Francisco na. Buntik pa maiwanan yung bola. Bumamoy.
Joloman and Salle demanding the ball down low, but he was not seen by his teammates.
Oh, sorry, miss. Sometimes you push shot eh, no?
Yeah. Bini Jedrick Solomon on that end.
It's a perfect opportunity to go for those kind of shots. Both teams in penalty, 43.2 seconds. And what has turned out to be a real long third quarter.
A lot has really happened. But the thing is, if you're LaSalle, despite those wave of emotions, you're still holding on to this double-digit lead.
That's legal.
Yeah, FIBA rules. Kaso nga lang, yung hampasin ni Brett Nwankwo nakasama para sa LaSalle.
Fight for the loose ball. Jelo Santiago is able to get it back for NU. Right, Nwankwo with a shot block. 16, a lot of time on the shot clock here. Para sa NU, but 19 seconds remaining here in this quarter.
Bright Nwankwo got blocking Mac Alfanta, basically shutting the door on the rookie once again.
Reynard Dumamoy getting double teamed. 2 seconds remaining. The three on its way. Nope. Woo! Natapos din ito third quarter na ito.
That was something.
And of course, 10-point lead being enjoyed here by DLSU. Well, some of the things that have happened Wala nang Jacob Cortez for the rest of the way here in this ball game. Kean Baclaan making up for the absence of his buddy here. 54-44 for DLSU. We still have the fourth quarter coming up.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabangan sa kahit anong dikitan.
So we have reached the final quarter. Finally.
It's been a while.
54-44. Lamang nga itong DLSU. Undefeated coming into this game. And you won over UAE in their previous. What a third quarter.
Wow.
Oh, yun lang. Nice fake na. Lumampas na yung defender pero still could not cash in. Off-ball contact here. Could be against Reynard Tumamoy. Shot. It's number 2. Reynard Tumamoy. He's only got 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Mason Amos. Meantime, punta muna natin si Bay Reyes.
In a matchup between NU and DLSU, a common ground they have is to figure in Kean Baclaan, who's now donning the green and white jersey and confidently embodying that given his stellar performance in the third quarter. And to quote Kean's words from earlier, he said, "Medyo nasasanay na akong nakakalaro sila," talking about playing against NU this time around. And while familiarity against opponents may be his edge today, he also knows that defense is the bread and butter of the Green Archers. And now as we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if it'll be defense over drama this time around. Now, what do you think, Benji and Dolph?
Sana wala na yung drama. Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito.
But you know, I mean, that's the right mentality if you're Kean Baclaan. Eventually, may hangganan yung pagiging collegiate player mo. And eventually, when you get to the pros, your teammates now may be your opponents tomorrow. Your opponents today may be your opponents tomorrow. So just really knowing how to play professionally, weathering and managing those emotions would be integral for him, lalo pa sa kanya na he's being featured here as one of the top guns for LaSalle.
PJ Palacielo could not really get going here in this ball game. Only managing 4 points.
Hasn't really been the same. Hindi pa nakatulong yung incidental contact sa kanya kay Jello Santiago kanina.
JC Makalalak trying to get the baseline. Was able to come up with a basket. Lead up 12 for DLSU. Consider this to be the largest here in the ball game for DLSU. It's 12-point advantage. Right, Muanco underneath with that shot block. Almost for Mason Amos. Kean Baclaan may have missed that layup, pero sabi niya siguro, that was intended for Mason Amos naman talaga to get that offensive rebound.
But also, going back to your point, hindi lang si Kenshin Padrones yung, actually, hindi lang si PJ Palacielo yung nag-struggle. Even Kenshin Padrones hasn't had the best games, and it's really hard for them without Omar John to depend on. So, kumbaga, LaSalle is exploiting that advantage down low as you see them keep on feeding Bright Nwankwo, Mason Amos, even earlier, Mike Phillips.
Mark Parks. They need all the firepower that they can get out of their players here for NU. Finding themselves down by 13. Biggest deficit. Steve Nash Enriquez back in the ball game. Mark Parks. Let's see this three-pointer from the corner. Jello Santiago with a miss. The offensive rebound. Bright Nwankwo will be called for the foul. And not to Labut. In his own small way. He's contributing here in this ball game.
And not to Labut. Just getting the advantage of Mason Amos wanted to bounce the ball off of him, but he was able to recover and score. And late na rin yung help defense itong si Bright Nwankwo.
He's got 6 points so far to go along with his 4 rebounds. Could not complete the three-point play. And here comes DLSU. GC Makalalag, Milencio, Dumo, Amos, Nwankwo. Mason, ha? Dalawang Amos, dalawang Cortez dito. Tama naman yun.
Tama na. Also, Steve Nash Enriquez yet to score in the second half. Still with 7 points. It's basically neutralized by the LaSalle defense.
Tulabot getting another basket.
And once again, it was against Bright Nwankwo. 4 straight points now for Natulabut.
Hindi makaproduce yung PJ Palacielo, Kenshin Padrones. Why not? Not Tulabut. Timeout on the floor.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Swerte sa akin ng Playtime. You're welcome!
Back here in this ball game, time down to 7 minutes and 22. This is our final schedule and the only UAAP group game that we have here for all of you so far. And then we return Saturday na, no? Randolph, Sabado.
All NCAA naman yun. Pero that's gonna be a marquee game between San Beda and Benilde. Gonna watch out for that weekend triple header.
Foul is going to be called here on TLSU. EJ Abadam. Pang-apat na pala yan, EJ Abadam.
Second team foul for the Salle University. Mason Amos for EJ Abadam.
Short stint for EJ Abadam as he picks up his fourth. Mason Amos in his place on the floor right now. Not to labot from the outside. Mike Phillips for DLSU. Dungo, Amos.
And that's going to be another problem for NU. Kenshin Padrones called for the foul penalty situation for them with 6:39 to play in this game.
Pang-apat pa ni Kenshin Padrones.
Short na short nga. Same result for Mike Phillips.
Shaking his head after missing those 2 free throws. Let's got basketball here. NU. Jello dishing. Napatalon si Mike Phillips is going to be called for the foul. Opportunity here for Kenshin Padrones. It's only got 2 rebounds, that's all.
It's been a tough night for Kenshin Padrones. Have yet to score. Will have to make it through the hard way.
Earlier he missed on both free throws. Still has to make 1. Okay. Tabla na kayo ni Mike Phillips.
Parehas eh. Yung isa front rim, yung isa back rim.
Oh, ball decides to go out. That's a good shot already. And dito Chelo Santiago. An open look for a 3. Not really that much here for NU.
Napayungan si Steve Enriquez doon sa ilalim. He will recalibrate.
Chelo Santiago, the stop and pop move, doesn't drop. Salle. AJ Abadab playing with 4 personal fouls. 57-48. Lead is 9 for DLSU. Tolabut with that rebound. Steve Nash on the run. Steve Nash set up here for that 3. Opposite ito nung first game. Nung umuulan ng 3 sa first game, ha?
Seems like ages ago.
It's like they're shooting bricks right now. 57-48. Pa yun na, tapos na si EJ Abadam.
Yeah, that's going to be his 5th.
He'll foul out of the ball game, EJ Abadam. 7 points, 3 rebounds. Four and a half to play here in this ball game. Steve Nash Enriquez trying to get the baseline. Kean Baclaan was right in his way. 7 to shoot for NU. Jello on the move.
Oh, that hurts if you're NU. Those are unforced turnovers. Opportunities to slowly inch your way back in, and you waste those opportunities.
Yung sinasabi ni PJ Palacios, diretso mo na. Nandun ka na eh.
Huwag ka nang mahiya. And especially for NU, it seems like no one has been willing to take over. Someone has to step up to the plate, especially with Jake Figueroa out.
Let's try to imagine. It still is Jake Figueroa as their leading scorer with 11. Steve Nash. Gawa natin ang paraan. Gawa natin ang paraan.
Yeah, first points of the second half for Steve Nash. Enriquez, 9 points to his name. Much needed basket, but they need more. Talking about NU.
Wow, Kean Baclaan, the wraparound. And it was able to get it off two defenders. Banking it in, look at that. Try and stop him if you can. Timeout, 59-50 DLSU.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabaran sa kahit anong dikitan.
DLSU hanging on to a 9-point lead. Oh, that's Jake Figueroa.
Yan, namamaga yung cut niya sa may, kita-kita pa eh, oh.
Sa may left eyebrow, ano? Near the middle of his forehead.
Obviously an inadvertent hit earlier by Mike Phillips.
Let's see if that could work wonders. Reinhard Homamoy has been quiet almost the entire ball game.
First 3-point conversion for Reinhard Homamoy. 5 points now. They're just down by 6.
And 3 minutes to play. DLSU. Mason Amos getting away underneath. Mason Amos, he's in double figures, 10 points plus his 5 rebounds.
Wow.
Reinhard Homamoy back-to-back 3-pointers.
RHJ is heating up. That's Reinhard Homamoy. And what a time for him to catch fire. Back-to-back threes for NU.
Kean Baclaan almost losing it. Mikey Cortez. Phillips for the shoot. He's going to go for the 3. Another opportunity for NU. Joloman and Salle. Reinhard Homamoy floats it up. May tulak. Kita yan.
It's going to be
Shin Padrones.
That hurts for NU. PJ Palacios checking back in. For NU, you're hoping that Mike Phillips continues to have his free throw woes. Remember, he front rimmed both of his attempts earlier.
2 free throws for Mike Phillips.
Back rim naman ngayon.
Calibrate mo pa konti.
Surely the pressure is on. Ayaw talaga.
But that has been one of the facets of the game that Mike Phillips knows that he has to improve on his shooting because sa depensa wala kang question dyan. He always a bundle of energy but the offense, he has to be impeccable.
There's a three! Not to Labut. It's been trying that. A very important basket for NU. We got a 2-point game.
Talk about stepping up to the plate, not to Labut. What a performance he's having.
Kean Baclaan against Steve Nash Enriquez. Kean Baclaan. The mid-range, that's a miss. Steve Nash. Down by 2, NU. Steve Nash just flips it up. Umaasa siya, may sasabit.
Yeah, kind of rushed it a bit.
It's Jeff Napa. I don't know how he feels right now. May panghinayang, obviously.
Yeah, but there's still a chance. They've been solid on defense.
Both teams in penalty. Final minute.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Mikey Cortez. Look, I'll still entertain you. Jacob is not here.
Yeah, what a way for you to earn your first points as a Green Archer in this crucial moments. Just sidestepping and giving your team this 4-point lead. Timeout on the floor.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi ka maulan!
Di mo tayo makakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
DLSU, that last basket really wowed almost everybody here sa ating venue. The sidestepping move. Mikey Cortez. 2-possession game. Reinhard Mamoy falls short with that 3. Ball tossed up.
Oh! That was a scary exchange there, but obviously Joloman and Salle a lot more taller than Mikey Cortez. And that's going to be free throws for NU.
Which could bring this game closer, but are they reviewing that sequence? Yes.
This would be a big call for both teams. All the more for NU, which is rallying back in this game. But they're ruling it as it should be, a normal foul.
Important free throws here for Joloman and Salle.
NU shooting 9 of 18 from the free throw line so far in this game.
Makes the first one. Joloman and Salle has managed to come down with 7 rebounds. He's got 6 right now. 47 seconds. This could be just a 2-point game. Indeed it is.
So offense for defense. Mark Parks checking in for Reinhard Humamoy.
See here, Kean Baclaan with the basketball. Steve Nash Enriquez on him. Now against Smart Parks. They go Mason Amos. It's an open look for a three. And knocking it down! Mikey Cortez!
Wow! How about Cool Cup number 2? What?
Napatayo na yung tatay.
He's been waiting for that moment. Wow!
There you go. Mike Cortez, his reaction. Cool pa rin.
First show of emotion.
Three-pointer of the quarter brought to us by Jangnan Hotpot. Hotpot ba? Jangnan na. He's delivering in a clutch. Mikey Cortez. Yes, there is another Cortez here in the venue.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
How do you like that? The most likely player here and being utilized in the end game by Coach Topex Robinson. Mikey Cortez, his older brother, kanina, ejected. But how about the last 5 points from Mikey Cortez?
Hey, same surname, same eyes on his veins.
It's going to be the answer here. Steve Nash Enriquez. Nope. And then that rebound. Grabe. So it runs in the family, as they say.
Yung pagiging cool.
Oh. The basketball IQ. You're a newcomer. Pero alam mo na eh, di ba?
Yeah, again, first game with the seniors team, obviously playing high school in the United States. Basically silent all game long, but was entrusted the keys in this clutch and delivered for LaSalle. However, Boris Marasigan missing on this free throw.
Possession game. And you, Steve Nash, Mike Phillips breaking up the play. It's still 11.8. Reynard Humamoy inbounds. Oh! The big shot blocked by Mason Amos. And only 6 seconds left here for NU. So from Ormoc to San Juan.
Mano pa rin yung LaSalle.
DLSU pa rin, ano?
Oh!
It's a three that goes in, huh? Jolo Manansala.
Quick foul there given up by Steve Nash Enriquez on Kean Baclaan. It's just that kind of a game, Benji.
I know. Jolo Manansala, look at this. Gilid na i-board.
Oh nga eh. Strange things have happened.
I know. Several of them already here in this ball game.
I think they're conferring on the degree of that foul. If it was a legitimate play for the ball made by Steve Nash Enriquez on Kean Baclaan.
2.3 seconds.
2.3, they checked on the time.
So this is to ice the game. And who else to close this out but against the former NU Bulldog?
guess you could say his familiarity with the Bulldogs brand of play. As he calmly sinking both free throws, making the difference 2.3. It's going to be a win here for DLSU. Well, to describe it, it's kind of weird, but it was still a ball game. It was even close in the clutch. And we could still safely say that DLSU was able to come up with an escape win. Down to the last few seconds of this ball game, 69-64, DLSU Green Archers. So many strange things have happened here in this ball game. They were able to keep their focus. And this is how it turned out, 69-64 for DLSU. But syempre, Kean Baclaan knows them, and he knows how to play against them.
Yeah, made things happen when all things looked bleak, especially with the ejection of his running partner, Jacob Cortez. Kean Baclaan showing what NU missed with this 18 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Our ABC Tile Adhesive heavy-duty player of the game.
DLSU continues with their winning ways, still undefeated. And you really gave it a try. Somehow, it's still DLSU coming up with another W. And right now, let's take a look at this smart, powered up plays and powered by Smart Power All 99. Get Unli Facebook or TikTok plus 10 gigabytes data and Unli calls and texts for 7 days. Load now. So many interesting things have happened here. Jacob Cortez was not able to finish this ball game. Steve Nash Enriquez was a good thing going for him at the onset. And then Kean Baclaan, parang napaganda pa nung nawala si Jacob Cortez because Kean Baclaan controlled the ball game for DLSU. And then Mikey Cortez, surprise player, the magic bunot. This is the final numbers natin dito, Randall.
Yeah, the three-point shooting coming in late para sa LaSalle, 4 of 14, but those three-pointers were big for them. But look at the attempts of NU, 34 attempts. Kahit na nakapasok sa ring, gumamay ng dalawa ng dulo. Medyo too late na, and obviously the execution, 43% for LaSalle against just 31, and LaSalle just earned win number 3 to move atop of the UAP bracket.
Let's check on our key matchup. Reynard Humamoy, yun nga, medyo too late the hero, the way he has played here, 8-1-1. And Kean Baclaan, who turned out to be the best player in this ball game at 18-2-3. The most important thing, yes, the win. As we take a look at our schedule, this coming Saturday, San Sebastian will open it up against Arellano on a hot 3-game win streak. LPU will try again, this time against Perpetual, and Mapua will be back to take on San Beda. A 3-game schedule this coming Saturday, June 28. So for May Reyes, Randall Triongson, Benji Santiago here, thank you very much for joining us. Until Saturday, we'll see you at the ball games.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abot ang data!
GG bro!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos.